Hello everybody, welcome to another Rick's Picks. The new GWAR figures just dropped for pre-order and we're going to discuss it. So, roll that intro. So the new GWAR figures were just released for pre-order this weekend. I'm excited. I know everybody out there is really excited. We've been waiting a long time for these figures and now they're out for pre-order, which is really cool. Now at this point, as far as I'm aware, the only place you can get these figures is off of the GWAR official website, GWAR.net. So if you want these figures, that's going to be the place to pick them up. And they're supposed to be released for shipping in October, which I personally think is very appropriate due to the nature of the band. Halloween, October, perfect time to start getting GWAR figures. So I'm really digging that. I like the release date and what have you. So now let's talk about the figures a little bit. So we learn a little bit more about these figures through the GWAR site. One, we get a couple new still photos that don't show anything that we haven't already seen before. Just the figures in neat poses on dirt mounds with skulls and stuff under their feet. I really like that overall. Excuse me. And then you get a nice look at them in their blister cards. So you can actually see the figure and everything they come with. So the figures who do play instruments, such as Balsac, Beefcake, and Flatus, all come with an instrument. Jizmak doesn't. And that's kind of a shame because I would like to see a drum kit eventually for Jizmak. I feel like it would complete the band a little bit better instead of everybody having guitars and him having nothing. But I also know that drum kits are a little bit on the harder side to make for figure sets and what have you. So, hopefully maybe down the line we will get a drum set for him. Next would be Blothar, who doesn't need any kind of instrument. Of course, would be kind of cool to see him with a bass, seeing how he is a previous Beefcake. It'd be neat to see him, with a bass guitar. But, things can always happen in the past. So you never know what we might get later down the road. And then last but not least, Oderus. Now, this is interesting. So Oderus seems to be coming in some sort of spew can, as you see here. So I'm really interested to see what they're doing with this, how this all plays out, because I know also he has some hair on him as well, like his beard. And I even think around the cuttlefish and hair products don't really work well with spew, so I'm guessing they have him in a baggie or something. So I'm interested to see exactly what they do with him in the spew can. So that's going to be really cool to check out. So now that we talked a little bit about the figures, let's talk about pricing. So each figure individually goes for about $40 per figure. And for some reason, Oderus goes for less. He's about, I want to say 25. And then you could get the whole set for $200. And me, I don't think that's bad pricing. So obviously the best deal is the bundle deal for $200 because you do get Oderus for free. They actually say that, in the ad campaign for it, and they are right. I did do the math. That's exactly what you get for free is Oderus. So that's not a bad deal for $200. Now, each individual figure at 40, that kind of puts them in mid-range for action figures of their scale. They're 5-inch. I would have liked to have seen them, go an inch up, but 5-inch goes more in that 5 to 6 to 7 inch figure category. So on the low end of your 6-inch figures, you got your Hasbro figures such as your G.I. Joe Classified, your Marvel Legends, your Star Wars Black Series, and so forth. And they go somewhere in the mid to upper 20s, depending upon what all they give them. So that's your low end. I believe Loyal Subjects around there too. I think their figures are in the $20, $25 ballpark as well. And then you get to your higher price figures such as your NECA figures, your Super 7s, and what have you. And those figures go anywhere from $40 to $50 to $60. and they're the same scale. So as you can see, the GWAR figures are somewhere in the middle of that, and that's not bad. Because from what I'm seeing of these figures, they're pretty well detailed. I like the overall look that I'm seeing in the pictures. We'll get to know more when we actually get the figures, and I do a full review on all the figures. Yes, I already have mine on pre-order, so I will be reviewing them when I get them in, and so forth. So I'm good with the price. I think the price at this point in time matches the figure. It's the mid-range, so I'm good with the price. I have no issues with the pricing of these figures. All right, next on our list is, we already spoke about the Oderus and Spew, and there looks like there's a reason for that too. So with all the good that comes with these figures, I got to talk about the bad as well. And the bad part is, unfortunately, we're not getting the carrying case. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys looked at it, you know, the information and all when they came out on pre-order, and noticed that the carrying case was missing from both the screenshots and the information. Now, I've been keeping contact with Matt about this. So apparently what he's telling me is the reason we're not getting the case is due to tariffs. So what I'm guessing happened is probably the tariffs made the case a little bit too expensive to make. So therefore, unfortunately, it probably got, you know, put to the wayside. But you never know what might happen in the future. Things may change, and we may get it, we may not. So I've been talking to him for a while. I've been messaging him back and forth every now and again. And for a while, he's just been saying the reason they've been delayed is tariff. They've been delayed tariff. And now we find out that we're not getting the case because of tariff. So that's probably what the delay was the factor. They're probably hoping to maybe get a better price, you know, past the tariffs and whatever for the case. And in my opinion, I feel like that's what's been holding them up. There's no facts behind that. Probably when I see Matt during the tour and I get a chance to really get a chance to speak with him, I might try to lock him down and see if I could get a little bit more information out of him for it. But at this point, we don't get the case because of the tariff. So that sucks, because I seen the prototype pictures of the case. The case looked really cool. I was really excited about it. I know Matt was really excited about getting this case out, because every time I talked to him about, you know, he said this case was going to be awesome. It looks great. And he was right. But, you know, due to circumstances, we're not getting it. So at this point in time, that's all the information I got on this. If you want to have it, leave any comments. Are you really interested in these figures? Do you think they're too much money? What are your thoughts on these figures? Are you pre-ordering them? Are you going to hold out? I really would like to know in the comments. So definitely leave comments. So with that being said, I hope you guys liked this discussion. If you did, go ahead and check out my GWAR playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late.